Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing this morning? If I seem a little energetic, I am. I have been off work today, and it is a very, very nice feeling. I will not lie. Now, I'm bringing to you something today that was requested or suggested a few weeks ago. Now, we know how my part-time job actually turned into not so part-time. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I think the first week I hit about 50, maybe a little bit more. This past week that I just got off work yesterday was 57 hours and 42 minutes, so almost a 58-hour week. Your girl is tired. But I had done some research on this subject. I just didn't have time to sit down and dedicate to trying out a couple of the patterns and, focusing on doing the video. So today, I'm starting this. Now, I picked this, we're talking fingerless gloves or fingerless mittens. There's, I have 5 knit and 5 crochet versions. Now, I've looked at them, and then I started working all those crazy stupid hours to where I couldn't do anything with them. But I had already started to kind of lean in my head toward a couple of them, because a couple of them kind of struck my fancy and piqued my interest and somewhat. So, what I'll do is I will get my son to put up a screenshot of the image, whether it's on Ravelry or their webpage, but I will link all of the links down below. Now, all of these patterns are free. They do have paid versions from, like on Etsy or Ravelry or whatever. There a couple of them's on Ravelry for free, but then a couple of them are on the individual blog websites to where you have to deal with the ads, and they say if you want the ad-free version, you can purchase the PDF file from Ravelry or Etsy or whatever. So you have options, but I wanted to find knit and crochet free for you, because there's nothing worse than watching a podcaster and you're really into that pattern that they're showing and it's a paid pattern. Not that I don't support designers, because I think designing is an awesome thing, but there's so many free good options out there to where I want to give them a shot first. Because like when I go to these people's websites, they get revenue from the ads on their websites or their blogs, so I feel like I'm still earning them money, just not in the way of actually purchasing the pattern. So let's get into it. All right. And it's not because I prefer knit over crochet. My 5 knit patterns are first. All right. Let me get situated here. So, I will show you on the screen what they look like. Now, this first one, they're inspired by Claire in the movie or the show Outlander, and she wears them as arm warmers, and in some scenes she has it as a fingerless glove, because there's a hole in the thing. So it is knit flat, though. I will tell you that. It is a 1x1 rib, and I think they chose the brown version in this, and it's Handy Little Me is the website, and like I said, that will be below. But they're called the Outlander Claire Carolina Fingerless Gloves. All right, and she made them. They are made in worsted weight yarn, using a 5mm needles, And the way they do it is they knit it back and forth flat, and then they seam up this side so that you can leave out a hole for your thumb. All right. The second one. Now, I like this, and the picture shows a nice rustic brownish gray glove in the picture. It's very pretty. I love it. I was kind of shocked to see it worked up in a worsted weight. Now, I'm sure you can modify this. You might not be able to use her her numbers if you want to modify it for a DK weight, or if you want to hold 2 DK weights together to make a fingering, to make a worsted. But they're also, I think she has a shawl. I think they have a shawl pattern on this as well. Oh, no, it's a cowl. The Outlander cowl from season 1. Okay. But it's a cool looking pattern. All right. Now, the second one is Pioneer Gloves by Kelly McClure. Now, this is a free Ravelry download. And I really like it because it is ribbed, but this one is made with fingering weight yarn and a 2.75 needle. I'm trying to see. It's a rib, but it might be, you can see in the picture that it is definitely a rib pattern. Looks like you might knit 5 or 6 and then purl 2. And it's got a very, very different construction the way they do the short rows for the thumb. It's cute, and I almost chose this one to do, and I still might, because I have some fingering weight yarn that I bought over at Three Crows that I made that hat, that purplish looking hat. I have that left over. So I was going to make that. I was going to make one of the crochet versions with that yarn, and I still can. But I have plenty of fingering weight yarn that I can use, so I'm not really worried about it. But I do like the construction, the look of this. It's very cool. And this is seamless. It's knitted in the round, so you don't have to worry about, seaming it up the sides. That wins for me because I prefer working in the round. I will knit flat, but for something that why complicate it? If you can knit it in the round, knit it in the round, right? Now, this pattern actually came out in 2016, so it's been out for a minute. And if you'll look at some of the pictures on the Ravelry page, I love some of the uses of different colors they have in this. And then one of them has just like a plain gray, which is cute. I think the pattern, the short row, the way they have the short row, because it's swirling, you can see it in the picture, it swirls up the thumb. And I think for that, you kind of need, you need a tonal, or even a speckled or a self-striping would look really good in this. So it's definitely one, it's a contender. I didn't choose to make this one, but I still may end up making it. The next one is called Maisie. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's Maize by Tin Can Knits. I like this one, but I would alter it a little bit because on this, it's a combination of ribbed on the one side, and then gartered, and then ending in ribbing at the top on this part of the hand. I'm not really, I don't like mixing the two in this particular image. I don't know which image I'm going to have my son put up for you yet. But now this one is, they have the full mitt option and the fingerless mitt option. And they have one in like a deep brown that looks really, really good. If I did that color, I wouldn't mind doing the two different kinds of stitch combinations. But now, let me see. She's saying reverse stockinette stitch. So it must be knit in the round. I didn't even check this on this yet. Let me see. Well, I haven't downloaded this one because this one, while it was interesting, it wasn't one that jumped out at me like, oh, I definitely want to do it. Now, she uses worsted on this particular pattern, and she uses a 4mm. Her gauge is, let's see, 5 stitches per inch. So 7 rows per inch. So, I mean, you could probably use whatever you need to make gauge with on that one, but it looks like an interesting pattern. That one came out in 2013, so that's definitely been out for a minute. But like I said, that one is a free Ravelry download. And this one, I didn't tell you about the sizes on the other one, but this one's got a child, adult, small, medium, and large. Now let me go back to this Pioneer gloves. They only have an adult, small, medium, and large. The large has 2 lengths. So I don't know if the other ones, if they all have the short and the long length. But you can figure that out, just add more rows before you start doing the thumb stuff, the short rows for the thumb. Now, on the Outlander, hang tight. Let me scroll down, because this is on the website, so I have to scroll down to the pattern itself. I think it is just a small, medium, and large, and adult. That's what it looks like. I might have scrolled past it because it gives you 3 cast stones. Okay, no, this is women's small, medium, and large. All right, and the length is anywhere from 8 to 10 inches. Width is anywhere from 3 to 4 inches wide, and then the thumb hole is 2 inches. So I didn't mean to forget to tell y'all all that. But, all right, so now that was 3 knit. On our 4th knit, whoa, it is a pattern from Queen Bee. It's KWEEN BEE.com. And hers, if I can get down to it, I'm trying to grab the scrolling bar over here and I can't see it. I don't know why. No, I don't know. It's not rolling. Alright, so the picture here, you can see it's rib. It looks like 2x2 ribbing on the cuff and the top and around the thumb. Now this is knit flat on straight needles, and then you seam it up the side. I'm not a huge fan of garter stitch. I think we've established that, so I'm not gonna, I wouldn't do this myself. But if you don't like to go in the round, and you don't mind seaming, and you love the garter stitch, you could do wonders with this. It's a cute glove. I do like it. But I just think I'm a stockinette stitch girl. I always have been. And I'm trying to scroll to see, but it's not letting me for some reason. And it's frustrating because I can't see any of the information that I was looking at earlier. So, but that link is down below. If you want to give that a shot. Let me see if I can refresh the page, and if that'll break. There we go. That brought my bar back up. All right. So, and apparently she has a lot of different variations of these patterns. You can look on her webpage, and it shows you all kind of different color combinations. And she uses like some mannequin hands to show you. But let me see. She does have a PDF free I believe so. I believe she said you can get it on ad-free. Maybe not. Maybe it's just on the web page. Okay. Okay, dokie then. All right. Now it says you can get it at a number of other online. No. Okay. That is so confusing. Oh, okay. So if you become a website supporter, you can get the free PDF. Okay. All right. Or buy me a coffee member type thing. Or become a Patreon. But the pattern is free on the website. So, you know, you don't have to worry about paying for it. She does use one 215 yard ball of yarn of worsted weight and a 4mm knitting needle, or whatever you need to hit gauge. Let's see. It doesn't give me now. She's got 4 sizes on here on her cast on. But I'm not seeing if they're... It's probably small, medium, large, and maybe extra large. Because I saw a mention of her saying that she normally does. Okay, so yeah. So that's what it is. Because she has going down, further down the page, it says for large and extra large. So she gives you a little bit extra help with doing that. So, you know. And she's got the left hand instructions and the right hand instructions. So, cool beans. And it looks like she has a helpful video for casting on the thumb or picking up the stitches and stuff. So if you need help with that, she's got that available. So overall, a pretty good deal. Now, that was the 5 for knitting. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going with the Outlanders. That's what I've already started on. And I'm not doing it flat. I'm doing it in the round. Except for... And I'm just using Caron 1 pound worsted weight acrylic yarn. So I'm doing it in the round, right? And I get up to the thumb hole and I'm thinking, oh crap, how am I going to do the thumb hole? Because the way she has it in her pattern, she knits this flat back and forth and then seams it and leaves the 2-inch gap for the thumb hole and then just seams the top 2 inches. So I'm kind of like, oh man. Okay. So I knit the 5 inches, like she recommends. But I stopped knitting in the round and I started knitting flat. So I'm going to knit flat for 2 inches, and then I'm going to join it again in the round and knit the last 2 inches in this 1x1 rib. I like it. I think I'm going to enjoy this. But now the trick with knit stitches, especially in ribbing, if you don't like the way your ribbing looks, you can always turn it inside out if you like the inside out version better. Sometimes mine looks exactly the same, and sometimes my inside out looks better than my right side out. So I'm doing this one as a as a test run. So we'll see how that works. Now, there is one of the crochet ones that I want to do. And I still might go back and do, what was that other one? The Pioneer gloves in knit. I don't wear gloves, but I don't mind making things. I can always put them on my website and sell them, so that's not a big deal. All right, so now let's move on to crochet. Okay. This lovely little thing, this one right here is by Crochet Dreams with a Z. I've done her patterns before. I think the one I did on her site was the bathing suit cover-up, I believe. Or was this the tank top that I did for my niece? I can't remember. I'm tired. I told y'all about how many hours I worked for the past 2 weeks. So my brain is like, pfft. But anyway, so she calls this Crochet Arm Warmer Pattern Avery Arm Warmers. And it's got, you can look, and it's got a very unique look. She doesn't go up the thumb. She just has the hole for the thumb. And this one, she creates the faux, or I say faux ribbing, but she creates the crochet ribbing on the cuffs. And then for the main part of the hand, she has what she calls a herringbone half double crochet, which is really cool looking. I've never done this. I have no clue if it's hard, if it's easy. It's very cool to look at. It really does. Now, excuse me. Let me see if I can find out a little bit more information. She says it takes about 120 yards for a pair, but she doesn't say what size at that. Medium weight yarn. She's using a G-hook, which is a 4.25 millimeter for the ribbing, and then a 5 millimeter for the hand part. She said the finished size is 4 inches at the widest part and 7 inches from cuff to finger opening. But it looks really, really cool. And I'm trying to see if she has instructions. Yes, okay, so she does have a stitch explanation for the herringbone half double crochet. And then she also has a decrease to where she does it as a herringbone half double crochet 2 together. So she has instructions on that. And let's see, of course she's doing the front and back loops on the cuff. So if you're looking for something new to try, give this a shot, because it is a very unique look. It is pretty. She's got like a burnt, no, that's not a burnt orange. That's kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to guess that color because it's an odd color on my computer screen. But she has a white version that really pops that herringbone stitch on it. That herringbone half double crochet. I've never heard that term, but you know, I'm not the end all. I've not heard every term there is to know about crochet and knit, and so. But this one is, she doesn't say if she has a, this is free on her website, but it doesn't say. Okay, she does have, you can purchase an ad-free PDF from her on this website. It has the link right here for $3.99. So there is options on this one. I can't tell you how well of a pattern, how well it's written, because if I'm not making the pattern, I don't have a whole lot of patience to sit there and read through everything. But it does look really cool. And if this is the same designer, then yeah, she's got good patterns. Okay, so for my second crochet pattern, it is Fingerless Granny Square Mitts by lullabylodge.com. And I know I have my Granny Square fans out there, so I wanted to include this. It's very unique looking, and I think what made me grab this was the hexicardie that I did in the Big Twist Supernova, the Milky Way Galaxy. That would look really, really cool on this. But I don't know that I could actually use it. I think she uses, okay, so I could use that. Because she does use a DK weight, which is a 3 weight, pretty much. And she uses a 3.5 millimeter hook. Now, I do like this. I don't know that I probably will make it. I probably will make it. Because as much as I'm not a huge Granny Square fan, I think this is adorable. And I wouldn't even have to do it in the granny stitch. I could do a solid granny square with those colors, and it still be just as cute as a button. Now, she does the crochet ribbing on her cuff and on the top up near the fingers. And it looks like she has a little bit going on the thumb hole, too. So that's an interesting option. Huh. Now, she uses Stylecraft, so she must be in the UK, but yeah, because she's got US terms and UK terms on her instruction description. I'm trying to, and she's got a lot of pictures, so that helps. I do like that. So, you might want to give that a shot. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to unhook myself from my laptop. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now, let me get back to where we were at. Alright. My son, my daughter-in-law, my grandbaby are about to be on the way up here. So I'm trying to get this done. This part of the video done. Because I haven't decided if I want to kind of add some vloggy stuff in here as like when I'm making them. But we'll see. Now, that was on Lullaby Lodge. And like I said, for those Granny Square fans out there, I think you would enjoy that particular one. And I may try it. So that's 2 of the knits. And if I do this Granny Square one, that might be 2 of the crochets. So I might end up with 4 pairs of fingerless gloves that I'll never wear. Okay, this next one. It's Crazy Cabbage. Alright? And it's stained glass fingerless gloves. Now, I love this pattern. I've done a similar pattern, not for gloves, but for a hat. And I think I did a blanket out of this similar to this. It was a scrap blanket. But you know, I don't even know if I finished that thing. I might have frogged it. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I did it. But I did one. I did the hat. I know I did that. And it wasn't exactly like this. It was more wavy lines with the black accenting the waves of the lines. So it was similar but different. Now this one, this was going to be my go-to. This was going to be my crochet option. And then I thought, I really don't know that I have the yarn that would do that justice. Yes, I have the retro. Retro with black would really look good in that. Or even retro, Red Heart Super Saver retro stripes. I could do white or black. I think black would probably be better. Now, or I could use gray like they do in this. But the white or the black as that contrasting color would make the retro pop. Also, that other stripe that I like, that I did 2 mosaic blankets in, that would look cute too. I can't remember the name of that yarn at the moment. Now, see, that's some pretty gloves. I do think this is made in worsted weight yarn. It looks like it. And she has a matching cowl and hat, it looks like. So, yeah. You can have a whole set, a matching set on this, which that's pretty cool. Now, she does say, you know, there is this free version on her website, but you can purchase the PDF copy, and she has a link for that. She doesn't say how much it is right now, so I don't know. Now, the Crazy Cabbage is spelt with K's. K for crazy and K for cabbage. Just letting you know. Okay, now she's using a baby weight yarn, so it's going to be a DK. She uses Loops and Threads Wellness Baby. So, well, no, it says fine weight. And then she uses Threads and Loops and Threads Joy DK, which is a lightweight for the contrasting color. I don't know. We'll see. She also uses a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. It says the gloves are approximately 7.5 inches around the hand and 9 inches long. It says women's hand circumference, 7 inches for small, 7.5 for medium, and 8 inches for large. So she uses US terms. Now, I don't see any change in numbers for the different sizes. Yeah, see. And she does a foundation single crochet to start it off. Now, I think she does the ribbing. Yeah, she does the ribbing on the cuffs and on up here at the fingers. That trio, that set looks really, really cute on her. And I'll put that image here, because that's cute. I like how the set looks. It's really cute. But you could definitely do that with a wonderful variegated yarn or something. I was trying to see if she does it flat and then joins it. I think she does. Because, yes, because she's working side to side, so it looks like she may work it flat and then seams it. Though I don't see a seam. I don't know. I decided not to do this pattern, so I really didn't dive into how she constructs it. And she doesn't say immediately, so it's really hard for me to tell. Now, number 4. It is. I don't know how to say this. I don't know. It is Crejjtion. Fingerless gloves. Now this is a shell stitch fingerless gloves with fingering weight yarn. This is the one that I want to make. It is an intermediate level for this pattern. It is on Ravelry, and I mean, you can do it here on the thing. She doesn't say that it's a paid pattern on Ravelry, so I think this is in German. I mean, it's in English as well, but because she uses a fingering weight yarn and a 3mm hook. So it's a very pretty glove. I do love the shell stitch that she uses. I'm saying it's a shell stitch because that's what it looks like to me. And she just works in the round on this. And again, I have that fingering weight yarn that I can use up. But it's really, it's cute. Okay, so she has 4 different languages. She has US and UK are the same language, but the terminology is different. So she has US row 4, UK row 4, NL row 4, or whatever, German maybe. And then it looks like she has Espanol, or Spanish. So this designer put a lot of work into this. I like that. And she's very considerate, and she's got pictures all the way. Now, she does not have any ribbing anywhere on her glove. And I'm glad she doesn't, because this is such a delicate design and stitch that it wouldn't look right with having the ribbon cut for cuffs. I've done something similar long time ago, but not this delicate. This is a very delicate glove. This would almost look really beautiful in white and kind of having like a lacy effect, or maybe even a white speckled. It's a very pretty pattern. So this is the one I'm going to try. This one, I think it's going to be this one in the granny square. I really do. All right. So, I forgot to tell y'all there was a knit version with the flap. I will get back to that in just a minute. Now, for my last crochet one, it also has a flap option. It's called the Double Seed Stitch Convertible Mittens. It's women and kids sizes, and it is Kirsten Holloway Designs. Oh no, I just X'd it out. Oh my good grief. I did not do that. I did do that. Alright, hold on. Let me open it back up. Yes, I want to open up the webpage. Anyway, so Kirsten Holloway Designs, and it is a double seed stitch convertible mittens. And as you can see in the picture, it is, she's got the button on the back of her wrist to where the flap can stay put back so it doesn't flop around when you don't need it. Now her thumb is fully enclosed, okay, on this design. Now she says there's some tricky spots that she has explained, and it requires a little bit extra concentration. So what I'm going to do is I want to put up the open fingered picture and then the flap, you know, using the mitten flap, so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. She is calling this an intermediate pattern because she's doing a half double crochet in the third loop, a reverse single crochet, surface slip stitching. So I mean, there's a few different little things that she, you know, if you're feeling adventurous. She uses Red Heart Soft. In these two pictures, it's the Red Heart Soft Off-White. So it is a worsted weight. She uses a 3.75 for the ribbing, and then a 5mm for the hand part. And you need some buttons and whatnot. So she's using about 220 to 255 of yards of worsted weight yarn. So she does a child size, 6 to 9 years, and then an adult size. So it's just two sizes. Now I don't see where she, okay, she does offer a free, not a free. This is the free version on her website. She offers an ad-free purchase pattern for the PDF file. She said it's on Lovecrafts, and it has the link here to where, if she doesn't say how much it is, though. So you have options on this one, too. Alright. So that was the one that had the flap on it for crochet. Now, let me go back to my notes, because since I closed down all my... I had every one on a tab, so... I'm sorry. Alright. So Queen Bee has the flap version. It's the flip version. So I don't remember seeing it. Oh. Okay. Now, on this, she's not showing garter stitch. She's actually showing stockinette stitch. I'm not super crazy about the way she uses Velcro to hold the flap back, but you could also go and use that, you know, use the idea of putting a button back there, or even crocheting or knitting a bobble and, you know, doing a hoop on the flap. But she has, I think she has a fully enclosed thumb on hers too. Yeah, she has a fully enclosed thumb. So, with these options of having the flap, you're still going to have enclosed thumbs. So, I don't know. But if you're looking for that option, it's there, you know. I don't know. I don't wear gloves or mittens or anything because of my claws. Most of the time, gloves don't fit me properly. But, I mean, fingerless gloves would solve that problem. Anyway, I am going to stop the video here. And like I said, I may, you know, add a few spots of me doing the knitted version of the Outlander. I'm not going to have time before I have to go back to work to do the crochet version, I don't think. So I may just do this and then do the crochet version, another video, and, you know, show y'all that. Because I might end up doing the other knit version and both crochet versions and have that just all in one video to where I can show you all 4 of them side by side, what they look like. But for now, I'm not going to end the video here. Actually, I think I might. Because I can show y'all the result of them in another video. But working a 5mm 9-inch circular has my hands hurting today. And I worked on this for a solid, I want to say, 3 hours maybe. Maybe not that long. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't quite 3 hours. But I don't know. I tell you what, I will say bye here so that if I don't come back and do and show y'all some of the progress that I've made on that, I won't leave y'all hanging. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. So I hope you have a great evening, day, morning, whenever you are able to watch this. I hope you get to enjoy something, to do something that you fully enjoy today. I am. You know me and my family. And I love spending time with them. And we're about to do chicken wings. So I hope you have a great one. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.